Let's go across to Avinash and ask him whether he agrees with that. Avinash, do you agree with this the MAT issue and the monsoon which is really affecting the FII sentiment, or is there more to that story why FIs are pulling money out of the Indian markets?
No, I think clearly MAT has been an old issue which I think the market is aware of, but I think the clear indication from FIs is that on the policy reform front, Priyanka, nothing seems to be happening on the ground. I think in this monsoon session, the markets are clearly building hopes that possibly the GST bill gets cleared, because in case it does not get cleared, then I think it's going to be a big disappointment for the markets. I think the Fed hike also is likely by September, so that is also triggering some sort of outflow. And more importantly, earnings growth, the kind of corporate earnings growth which people expect for the first quarter of FY16 also is not going to be anything great. So I think putting all that in perspective, FIs are slightly negative on the markets, and maybe for the next few months, we could see these outflows continuing.
But Avinash, is the bear hug that we're talking about that have been embraced, the market is in. Do you think it's only going to get tighter from here onwards, or are we going to see some relief coming in, whether it's support from DIIs? Is that going to happen?
I think clearly, I think it would be wrong to say that we are in a bear market. I think clearly, this is a kind of correction which clearly I think has come at a time when the government has finished one full year of service. More importantly, I think on the macro front, I think there are yet some indicators which are yet to take off. Today we have the IIP and the CPI numbers coming out. I think again we could see some disappointment here, but that's more or less discounted in the markets. I think what the market would obviously see is that how inflation is taken care of. Hopefully the monsoons have started in Bombay, so you could probably see some cheer in the markets. And after such a sharp fall yesterday, my sense is in the second half today you could see some stability or some bounce coming back. So I think clearly 78 or 7900 would be a level where I would think the markets could stabilize. And I think clearly the next 3 to 6 months would be challenging, but second half of FY16 definitely holds promise.
तो बाजार में गिरावट के साथ शुरुआत हुई है 7,965 पर, अभी काफ़ी ज़बरदस्त गिरावट यानी 2% की